Hey guys, so today I have another review for you. As I'm sure you're aware of the title. Uh, this is, where'd it go? Yeah, it's so tiny I couldn't find it. Here it is, the Derringer RDA. Now, I'm pretty sure this is a clone. That's okay. The reason I say that is because, let's see if it'll focus. It's got a lightning bolt on one side, but not the other. Um, it's also got some other markings. Whoop. This is Praxis Vapors, Derringer Atomizer. I'm pretty sure this is 303 stainless with just a copper top. It came with a little drip tip, which I've read a lot of places that the original proper like the original version doesn't come with the drip tip. You have to buy it separately. Is that right? Or maybe it's just other clones. I'm not sure. But this one did come with the drip tip. But as a lot of you know, I can't use it for the time being, at least. So I'll have to use one of my acrylic. It's not acrylic. It's Pyrex. Pyrex strip tips. That's the word I wanted. But that's fine. It's, I don't know. I mean, my drip tips, yeah, it's like as big as the RDA, if that tells you anything. And that's not a giant drip tip. It's not really that big. But yeah, this thing is so tiny. I actually lost it a couple times because I took it out the other day to play with it. Well, not really so much play with it, but just check it out a little bit better. I have not actually used this yet. I have been waiting till I did a review on it, but I've had some other stuff to review, and I didn't want to do it all in one week, so I'm spacing it out. So, today you get the Derringer. Yeah, it's 3-3 stainless with the copper top. It's actually 3 pieces. You get your cap here, and then your airflow ring, which does dual or single, however you prefer it. It's got the tiered O-ring deck that those things just kind of pop onto, which I think is pretty darn cool, because you can just leave the airflow ring off completely if you wanted, and just have this rather generous salt slot. I got to speak English good, I promise. But yeah, copper plated gold post, center post. And the side post, I don't know if it'll focus good enough. There you go, are actually slotted. Also, you'll notice that these are not regular screws. These are indeed hex screws. I've never had anything that used hex screws. Well, from obviously besides, change my battery in that mod, but as far as RDAs go, this is new territory for me. It's got a pretty sizable drip well, which is pretty cool. Oh, another thing is these side posts are actually part of, or at least they're welded into really smoothly into the the rest of it. Those suckers aren't gonna twist on you or anything, which is pretty cool. I figured eventually the center post might, but I've never had anything do that to me before. Yet, knock on wood. I don't think it'd really be that much of a problem. If it did, I think I could finagle it if I need to. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop some coils on here. We got 28 gauge. Now this is like scavenged 28 gauge. Because I ran out and had to get the 24 on accident. Now I haven't had a lot of, I haven't really played around with it too much. I've just been kind of like holding out because I really like my 28 gauge. Like, it seems to work best for me. Whoops. Alright, so we want to get these coils. From what I've read and what I've seen, like, we want to get it pretty centered, but we want to have it as close to the edge as possible without touching to help with, what's that word? I used it earlier. Oh, spit back. Spit back. That's the word I was looking for. Now I'd really like to figure the 24 gauge out and get into that, but I don't know. I feel like I'm still learning stuff, even though I've been doing this for like a while. And, you know, maybe someday I'll get into it. But let's get these hex screws screwed down. I am really digging these hex screws. Like, there's no guessing really. It's like, is it in good enough? Is it gonna stay? You know, what's going on? There's none of that. It's like, it goes in, it locks down, it's good. There's nothing that I've had a problem with in the, granted I've only played with it a couple times, so I guess my observations might be a little soon to, you bouncy thing, might be a little quick to judge, but I don't know, I don't think so. Like, I think these are definitely the way to go. Come on, you can do it. I'll have to find out what I did with my other tool though, because I had this really nice hex screw that had like stuff on it, and it made it easier to work with, but it's probably actually about as big as it is, so you can, who knows where it floated off to, you know. Alright, also, if you don't have a pair of these, or a pair like these, you need to go pick a pair up. These are the Plato, or Plato, Model 170 shears, and these things are amazing. Like, they have saved me time and frustration. Let me double check. Make sure these coils are good before I actually clip them. Getting ahead of myself here. Yeah, tighten that up a little bit. Also, I'm not exactly sure what these were originally for. Like, I don't know if they were like for like pulling off toenails or like what kind of crazy thing, but these are some just really big tweezers, and those are great as well. They could be old as dirt, I don't know, but they work for what I need them for. And if it works, that's what you use, right? Just clip off these leads here. Double check. Perfect. Alright, let's throw some pre-cut Japanese cotton strips in here. I mean, obviously they weren't pre-cut when I got them. They were in the little sheets that you guys are used to seeing. But yeah, I chopped them up in other strips, and now they're double stripped. Like, I don't know, but that's how I hold them, or stash them, I guess would be the word. It's just pre-stripped, that way I just cut them in half and pop them in. Don't really have to worry about trying to measure anything. Kind of fluffy you out. Yeah, I just recently had some computer issues. Otherwise, I'd have my other cam up that would, so you guys could see what I'm doing rather than just staring at me, staring at my desk. I'll talk about that on Friday for my Friday update, Friday date thing. You know what I mean? The thing that happens on Fridays on my channel. Fluffy cotton. Alright. Now where'd that thing go? That's like a quick slap together here. The coils aren't exactly centered. But for the purposes of this review slash demonstration slash I don't know what, it works. And that's what matters. Pop the air control on. Get right in front of those coils. Oh, nice and sassy. Alright, pop the top cap on. Oh, I should probably put some juice on it first, huh? Let's see, what do I want to use? Whoop, not using that juice. Let's use my red velvet cupcake I made. This is mostly VG. Except for the flavorings, which are PG. I don't know, like, I only made like a little bottle of pure VG just for testing purposes, and like, as you can see, I've gone through quite a bit of it. Just like testing builds for clouds and stuff. It doesn't taste very good though, which is weird because like my normal like 50/50, it's okay, but XVG, not so much. Alright, let's get my Pyrex strip tip on here. Let's screw it, the button, because safety first. Because I cannot tell you how many times I burnt my fingers while building a coil on this thing. And it's a mech mod, and it hurts, and I don't know if you could actually see it. I guess you could kind of barely see it, that little lighter than the rest of my finger parts. Like, I did that like a week or two ago, and it's still got a little bit of a mark there, but get it. Sorry, I don't mean to be smacking my mic. Yum, yum. It's so tasty. I messed up my focus on my camera. I guess that's a good sign, right? But that's pretty cool. Got really good airflow. You can make it even better by taking that ring off, or I have it all the way 3 spots open. The flavor's pretty good. Like the vapor is pretty good. And that's just like, that's the same kind of build, like coil-wise, that I use on my iGo. Of course, like my iGo is kind of wimpy as far as airflow goes. I did drill it out just a little bit more. I didn't want to get too big with it because I knew, like, as much of a pain it is, I had the Omega, which had like big, like 3mm airflows. So I just want to keep this one, a little bit smaller. Just kind of have some variety. But with this, I don't need either one of those. Like, I can just get rid of them. It's super easy to build on. It's super tiny. Like I said, my drip tip is bigger than the RDA. Like, this is definitely pretty dang awesome. Like, especially, like, I mean, even though it's a clone, I mean, it's pretty dang awesome. I actually might have to get a couple more of these when I could, when I have the budget for it. I might pick up a couple more. But yeah. not dying today. No way, no how. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna play around with this. I'm gonna do some builds, maybe do some of those crazier builds that I've seen floating around that I would want to do. But I definitely pick up some better batteries for this thing. And we'll see where it takes me. Because I think me and this thing are going to go places. Yep, I bet $1 on it. A whole $1. But I think I'm going to end this here. I'll see you guys in the next video.